Hi everybody, I'm Jennifer Bryan at Southeastern Guide Dogs, joined by Lauren Holtz, and we are in the nursery?
Yeah.
Oh, there are babies behind us. First of all, before we get started and I ask Lauren all of these questions and we show you these adorable pups, I have to thank one of our walkathon sponsors, Suncoast Credit Union. Thank you so much for your support. The dollars all of our sponsors and donors give to us make all of this happen. So, Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna talk about puppies, but it's we're discussing a certain tool that we use on our dogs and puppies, and we're gonna sort of try and educate the public, show you what it is and how it works. And it's called an infinity collar, right?
Yeah, so here at Southeastern Guide Dogs, we have historically used infinity collars from time to time with puppies that are in our puppy program. The infinity collar is like any other type of head collar.
Okay.
So it operates in a similar fashion like a horse's bridle does.
Okay.
Which the idea
That's
is
a good
that,
comparison.
Yeah.
Okay.
The idea is that if you can attach your leash to an animal's head, that you can have better control over where the rest of its body is gonna follow. And so that's a really important tool when you're training a guide or service dog puppy in training, because we are concerned about impulse control and teaching them when they are doing something correctly. And then if they are struggling with a distraction, it's important that they don't pull and then get to the distraction.
Does this help them turn their head in any way, or does it
Not,
better?
I mean, it's more so that if the dog pulls, that they can't pull as hard and that they can't get to that distraction. So it's always hard because when dogs are distracted by something, oftentimes they can be reinforced by that distraction. So I see a French fry over there and I pull this hard and I can get to the French fry. And the problem is that that's really easy for our puppies to then learn. Oh, whenever I see French fries, I'm gonna pull really hard to get to it on the ground.
So can you show us what it looks like on an adult dog before we
absolutely.
the puppies, you just wait.
Right, so obviously the puppies we're gonna see today aren't worried about French fries yet. No. But we are starting to integrate the infinity collars on occasion as a tool that our graduates can use with their guide and service dogs out after they've graduated with us here at Southeastern. And so because we are going to be using them more frequently, or just making sure that all of our graduating dogs are comfortable with that tool, because sometimes you go to an environment with your guide or service dog that are harder. We want to make sure that all of our adult dogs are exposed to them before they go to their student.
Okay.
We obviously always think, whenever we make a change there, we always think, okay, what can we do down the line
from day one
to set our dogs up for success. So I'm going to show you what it will look like on an adult dog. This is Nash. She is a 2-year-old. Here, can you come? Can you feel? Good girl. She is one of our breeding females, and she's actually the mom of the litter that we're going to be needing today. So she's a perfect example. So she's a 2-year-old Goldador, which means that she is half golden, half Labrador. And so she is wearing a leash that operates like an infinity collar.
Okay.
And so I am able to, so the leash just slips over her head. And then we make an infinity, that's why it's called an infinity leash, and that slips over her nose.
Okay.
That's a good girl, Nashie.
And it stays there.
And it stays there, and there's a little, it kind of tightens behind her head.
To keep it in place. Okay.
But you can see Nash can still take treats, which is really important because we want to reinforce good behavior.
Yeah, it's back behind her mouth.
It's back behind her mouth. So she should be able to take treats. She should be able to say hi. Heel. Yes. She should be able to play with a ball if she wanted. She should be able to drink, pant, all of those things. Yes.
She just can't get that French fry.
She just can't get that French fry on the ground. And if she wanted to, then I could work with her in a training capacity to help with that impulse control without her just naturally wanting to lunge for the French fry.
And they do get very strong and pull somebody's shoulder out if they
lunge too I'll just show you if I were to walk her.
Okay.
Let's go. Good girl, Nash. Yay. Good. Good girl. Yeah. So she just gets a little bit more feedback. If she pulls, she can feel that on her nose. Yes. And again, it's not meant to be negative in any way. In fact, what we're going to do today, Jen, is try to teach our puppies that it's something really good and exciting to wear. Yes. Good girl. Okay. So that's the infinity collar on an adult dog. Do we want to take a look?
We really want to take a look.
Okay. Okay, well, we'll step in. I'm going to let
Do you have one of the little ones with you?
I do, yeah. So this is what we are going to start with today.
Look at how tiny.
It's the puppy version. And obviously because we're working with puppies, we don't need there to be the leash part. So that's why it's a shorter version. But it's just cotton, braided, I don't know, webbing or yarn. And
soft,
so
yeah.
it's soft and it has the same amount of give as our leashes. And so what we're going to do is try to create what's called a CER, a conditioned emotional response for those of you out there, the dog nerds or the behavior nerds. You are not alone. We are also behavior and dog nerds here. And so what we're going to try to do today is do what we call our head collar exposure, which is a new exposure that we're doing with our puppies. So
Okay, let's
take a look. Come on, Ash, let's go.
Been long enough. Let's get in there.
Let's see the babies. Hi, everyone. Hello.
Lots of very good information though, but I just...
You want to see puppies.
This is why.
That's fair. So these are Nash's puppies. They are 3.5 weeks old. And we have been working with them every day since birth. On just any of our education curriculums. But since they were 7 days old, so a week old, we've been doing daily head collar exposure with them.
Oh,
So that's
really?
our new curriculum. So like I said, that's been starting, so they've been doing this for a couple of weeks now, and we just do a couple minutes each day for each puppy. And again, it's to set them up so that they are starting to learn that wearing something on their face and around their nose is something that isn't scary or uncertain. It's something that actually is going to give them access to something really good.
Gotcha.
So with older puppies, we like to work on this by teaching them when they're wearing their head collar that they get food, they get treats, because labs and goldadors love to get food. But in this case, these puppies aren't eating solids yet. So all we're going to do is put the head collar on them and then let them have access to the milk bar, which they normally get access to whenever they really want because Nash is in here with them. But this is that they get extra slurps.
Gotcha.
And maybe a little more one-on-one time
With Mama.
With Mama.
Okay.
Okay, so Nash, come here. Good girl. Nash, you want to lay down? Come here. Down. Good girl. Okay, so Nash is a really integral part of this training because obviously we need her to feel comfortable staying here nursing her puppies while we fit them with their head collars. So I'm going to go ahead with this puppy here. It's going to go around his neck, just like I did outside with Nash, and then up around his nose, and then we'll just tighten it enough so that it doesn't slide off. Good girl, Nash.
And the puppy's off to the milk bar.
And the puppy is off to the milk bar.
Could care less about what's on his head or her head.
Yeah, so we'll just make sure that puppy can find the teats to get on.
I think puppy's gonna find it.
Yeah, good girl. Stay there, good girl. Here, if you want to swing around, that's good. Good girl. So here's puppy on a teat with his head collar on, and I'm gonna get his siblings situated. We usually only do about 2 of them at a time, 2 to 3 of them, puppies at a time. And then for only about, a minute to 5 minutes, depending on the puppy. So there's another puppy set up with their head collar on,
Oh, how
their
cute.
infinity collar. Again, this shouldn't limit their ability to nurse.
Yeah, they can yawn, they can bark. Ooh. That might limit their ability to nurse.
So we'll just slide it off if mom is gone. You can see they're still rooting around.
Yeah.
This puppy is still looking for something that might look like they can nurse on it. He said that didn't work.
I didn't get anything out of that finger.
We'll slide that off.
Gotcha.
So one of the other things that we have been finding is that sometimes when we have our puppies wear their head collars at this age, is that they are getting so used to wearing them that they will even allow us to put them on and they will start playing with them on
really?
as well. Yeah, so we'll see if this
So it really doesn't bother them at all. They're just...
Yeah, I mean, the natural inclination is probably like, oh my God, what is that thing on my face, right?
Yeah.
But as soon after they start wearing them on a regular basis,
Oh, look at that big old
that big yawn, they start to be really comfortable with them. And they're no different than their collars that they're wearing when they're first born.
Gotcha. Oh man, Lauren, they're just so adorable. Nash is ready to play with her toy.
That's why she thinks you guys are here. She's like, you're here for me, right? Not these babies.
Of course.
But they're soon on their way to
Oh, great one. Look at that cutie pie.
to wearing these with their puppy raisers. So again, we're
Gotcha.
hoping that early exposure will set our puppies up for success. As they get older and they move to puppy kindergarten, we will practice putting these on again daily and then feeding them in preparation for them when they go to work on loose leash walking.
Very, very cool. They're so sweet and adorable.
They
oh my God,
are.
squishy faces.
They're squishy faces, but I always remind myself and our staff and volunteers that before too long they will be big adult dogs.
Which is why it's so important to do this stuff early.
Yeah, these puppies will be ready for puppy raisers in just a few short weeks. And they will need a puppy raiser to take over their head collar training.
Sounds like a hint there, Lauren.
It is a big hint, but I always say for every one of our puppies who comes back to us for formal guide or service dog training, there is a family who has loved that puppy and given it the springboard of its early education. So. Yeah, we're always looking for puppy raisers.
Absolutely. Oh my goodness. And we have plenty of puppies.
We have plenty of puppies.
Well, Lauren, thank you so much.
Yeah,
This is just, I mean, I could stay here all day.
I guess we should also shout out this litter's father is
Felix is
our stud dog
Felix. So they are a 4th golden and 3/4 Labrador.
And 100%.
And 100% cute, my goodness.
gold adorable.
Yes.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks so much.
We will.
Yeah, we're going to keep playing.
Yeah.
Huh, Nash? Good girl. Yeah.